have faith in your ability to learn. Learn it and immediately go teach it and put it on social media.
Agent Power Huddle is a daily jumpstart, giving you all the tools you need to create an amazing real estate career. Led by top experts in the field, you'll learn how to sell more houses in less time while creating the life you want. Welcome to the Agent Power Huddle.
All right. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Agent Power Huddle. I'm Amy Izzo. I'm an agent here in the Northwest Indiana and Illinois area. And we're going to spill some real estate tea today. So today I want to talk about what you should be doing with your social media. What are things that you can be posting on your social media is what we're going to focus on today. As I talk to agents across the country about building their business, social media is one leg of your business that is really important. It's a really important free way in many cases to meet strangers. And if you have a good strategy for your social media platform, I don't care which one you use, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, a combination thereof, pick one and go deep. Especially if you're not already ingrained in one from a business perspective, then just pick one and go deep. And once it's a habit, you can add others on. So that's what we're going to talk about today is building your social media platform for yourself. And when I talk to a lot of agents, some of them say, well, I don't have any money. I don't have dollars to invest in my social media. So what do I do? Social media is great. You can do a lot of things organically with sweat equity, which is really just time on the keyboard, right? So what are things that you should be posting about in your social media? Let's talk about that. How about neighborhood tours? How about pick some neighborhoods in your area that you actually want to sell a house in and go see what's going on in that neighborhood. Go a little bit further than just the neighborhood tour, run a little bit of data. What's on the market right now? And also what is coming to what is sold, not coming to market, what has sold in the area. Look in the last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, what has sold in the area that you can educate about. What are the days on market in the area right now? We're getting lots of people logging in live. Hey, everybody. So we're talking social media and we're talking about going deep on one platform. You pick the platform. I don't care. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You want to do a combination thereof? Fine. What I would warn everyone is if you are not committed to one social media platform, don't try to attack 4 at one time because you're going to get overwhelmed and you're going to stop doing all of them. So just pick one and go really, really deep. And when that becomes a habit for you and it feels a little bit effortless, add another one, right? I love Facebook because you get Instagram instantly, right? Because they're tied together. And while there are Instagram strategies that are separate from Facebook, it really would get you an audience, a wider audience right away, unless you're like, hey, I'm all about the TikTok, I'm all about Snapchat. Okay, well then go there. So I don't care what platform. I'm not going to focus on a platform today, but I am going to focus on content. What is the content you could be posting about to engage folks? Start with, who do you want to engage? Do you want sellers? Do you want buyers? Do you want both? For me, I want both. I love my sellers, but days in market are up across the country, right? And I need some buyers too. Sellers often are also buyers, but still, they can't buy till they sell in many cases, not in all cases. So I want sellers, but I want some buyers too. So I want to make sure that the content I'm putting out daily, I'm going to ask you to put out content daily, that the content I'm putting out daily is targeted to the people I want to attract. And I want it to be educational as possible. You're in a skills-based market and people are looking to connect with people that they feel know something. When you do a good job putting out regular content on social media, so daily, right? On a regular basis, people get to know you. You build a parasocial relationship with strangers. What the hell is that? That's what the celebrities do, right? Pick your favorite celebrity. I love me some Matthew McConaughey. I do. So I'm just going to tell you. So, and I know a whole heck of a lot about Matthew McConaughey. So much so that if I talked about it, you might think I know him. I don't know him, but he has built a parasocial relationship with me. First, through the media. movies and TV and interviews and radio and podcasts. And then through his book, right? He's got a book out, right? And also now through social media. And if anybody is a fan, he's even doing all this mindset coaching stuff. He's got another business that's coming into my email all of a sudden. And I'm not in the fan club or anything. I mean, I'm a fan, but I didn't sign up for nothing. I'm just getting these things all of a sudden. So he has built a parasocial relationship with me. Well, he's nobody special. You can do the very same thing with your community, with your market. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to think about, who do I want to target? What do I know? And I don't care if you're an agent day one or if you're an agent that hasn't sold very many homes, you still know information. And if you don't know, go learn something and teach it. The best way to know something is to teach it. So brand new agents, when you're attracting buyers, you should be out there right now learning everything there is to know about all of the loan types. You should be learning about interest rates, right? And why it's bad to wait for a lower interest rate, how it drives the prices up, and get specific. You run your MLS data and get specific to your neighborhood. So I have a client now wants to wait until August because the 6% interest rate she could get now is not 4, and she really would like 4 or maybe 5. There is no guarantee rates are going to be 4 or 5 later this year. Will they go down? Likely. That's the chatter. That's the talk. We're in an election year. It looks pretty good, but we don't know by how much. Could be 0.25% at a time. And what is the home she wants today? What is that going to cost in August? It's January. That's 8 months from now. I can tell her that, right? How can you tell her that? Well, I can go in, if I don't know it all, I have a feel for the area now because I've been serving it for a while. But let's assume I didn't know. I could go run the sold for the last 12 months in that area or within a couple mile radius of that area. And I can see also what some of those houses would be selling for today. I can look at what maybe they would have sold for 2 years ago. Use your MLS data, do a little analysis, and then you can share with them about how much year over year homes are appreciating, right? In your specific area. I have numbers that are random for my area, 3 to 5% a year in Northwest Indiana, but in, really busy times, even more, double-digit growth. So I can give them an idea. Also, take a look at an area where multiple homes have sold in the last 90 days or 6 months. Find a couple that are similar. What did the first one sell for? Then a couple months later, what did the next one sell for? What was the price difference, right? If they're similar enough, that second one sold for more. Show them those examples, but you can do all of that through social media, not just with your actual buyers that you're working with. So this is your educational content. So let's start with, just a general list of things that you all could be doing. Neighborhood tours. Pick neighborhoods you want to sell more houses in. Run the data on the neighborhood. How many are actively on the market? How many are sold? What is the current days on market? What's the price point in that area? Get with a mortgage provider. And at that price point, what would a mortgage payment likely be at an average interest rate, right? Whatever our current interest rate is when you're doing the data. And what would their cash to close look like, right? Know all of that information. I know all that information for every buyer I meet, but let's just do it before we have a buyer, right? And have that information handy about your neighborhood, and then go do a neighborhood tour. Tour the subdivision. Bring literally just a phone and a tripod, folks. That's it. Nothing fancy. Don't hire anybody. This is low cost day to day, right? How do I do stuff with what I have? I got a phone in my hand I paid $1,000 for however many years ago. Let's use it. Stick it in a $30 tripod. If you're really fancy, put a little mic on. You know what I do because I forget my stupid mic all the time? I put my AirPods in. But then if I don't want anybody to know, I use my hair to cover it so you can't see my ears, but I don't care if they see it. I put my AirPods in, and that gives me a good mic too if I need. You don't have to be uber professional. No one wants to see you produce the Oprah Winfrey show here, okay? People want to see you, the person. So get in the neighborhood, show the neighborhood off, have a little intro. Hey, it's Amy Izzo with eXp Realty. Today we're going to look at the gates of St. John. I'm going to show you all the cool stuff in this neighborhood. Let's go. That's your intro. That's all you're going to do. Then go shoot a few things, right? I didn't think about it. I just said it. Then you're going to shoot a few things. There's a park in the gates of St. John. There's a church in the gates of St. John. There's a school in the gates of St. John. There's a skate park. that's new. There's a soccer field, right? Let me show you the types of homes. We have in this subdivision, there are townhomes, there are duplexes, there are single family homes under 400. There are luxury homes over 600. They're in these different sections of this subdivision. Go learn about the subdivision and highlight the things, right? Then the outro is, hey, if you have questions about this crazy St. John, I'm here to answer them, right? Reach out to me and whatever you're going to say. You have a tagline. I like to say, I'm Amy Izzo with eXp Realty. Let us bring you home. That's what I like to say. Say whatever you want. It doesn't matter what you say. Shoot it once, put it together and post it. I shoot little clips. It's easier for me, so I can put a video together pretty easily. If you're like, I have no video skills and I'm never learning how to do that, get somebody on Fiverr to put it together. Shoot a bunch of little clips, put them in a folder on your phone, and get somebody on Fiverr for cheap to mush them together for you, right? Take some still photos of things that you think you would like included, and they'll work those in. And what'll happen is when you shoot the clip, you're talking, but when they actually make the video, you'll still be talking, but they'll show some of the still pictures that you put in. A good video person knows how to do that. And you can get them on Fiverr if you don't have anybody great right now. Also, just shoot some B-roll. What's B-roll? B-roll is just, I take my phone like this and I take shots of things. So I'm doing some today. I did a community spotlight, which we're going to talk about next, with a local store. Recently, I interviewed them, but their store was still in Christmas garb. So we didn't want to put up a video in January or February that was all Christmas decorated. We wanted their home decor stuff up. So I'm going today to take B-roll of the store. I'm literally just going to take my camera and get different footage of the whole store, showing the entryway in, showing the counter, showing all the stuff that people can do. They have a craft room. I'm going to show that. Then I'm going to send all of it to my video person, and they're going to put a community spotlight together for me. Same thing with your neighborhood tours. Just shoot some B-roll, give all of that to your video editor. Now you've got a neighborhood. What can you do? Set a goal. Can you do one neighborhood a week? Can you do 2 neighborhoods a month? I don't care, but get it on a schedule. Number 1, so you're in the habit. But number 2, so people know, you're going to be doing neighborhood overviews. You want to do really well? Go in and preview the home, like book a showing, go to preview the home and show some amenities that are in a home. Now, get permission from the listing agent and don't give away the address that you're at. Keep the seller's information private, but get with a listing agent and do a video tour of their home and promote it for them on Facebook for free, right? Facebook, Instagram, whatever platform you're going to use. So neighborhood tours are one piece of content you can and should be doing. Listing tours, your listings or somebody else's. You will not find a listing that I have that does not have a listing tour. You can go to the Amy Izzo group Sells Homes on Facebook. All my listing tours are there. Everything from me just opening a door, hey, how are ya? To I jumped in a pool in a dress once that got 50,000 views, right? So whatever you got to do. And those were not all my ideas. I don't edit anything. I don't know how to put a video together. You know what I know how to do? Put a camera on a tripod or hand it to a person to shoot me. And then I know how to just shoot clips. That's what I do. Some are better than others, but they all get views and they all get likes and they all get loves and they all get comments. And some people slide into my DMs. Isn't that fun to say? So, and they want to talk to me about real estate. I will say this while I'm thinking about it. Treat all of your likes, loves, comments as an opportunity to have a conversation. Those are leads. I don't care who it is. Opportunity to have a conversation. So when someone likes a video tour or a post that you've put up, go in and message them and thank them. You can spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day doing this every day. Go in and message them. I saw that you liked my neighborhood tour. If you have any questions or I can add any value, please let me know, right? Something like that. You'll be more personal depending on who the person is or if you really know them well. Ask people to share your stuff, especially your neighborhood tours. Ask them to share them. Why? Because when they share them, you now hack into their sphere of influence. Other people see you that are not the person that is friended with you on Facebook. Also, you should be putting these things on your business page. You should have, if you're on Facebook specifically, you should have a business page. And you should be putting these things on your business page and sharing them over to your personal page so that you get everybody. I have lots of people that follow my business page that are not on my personal page. So make sure that you do that because I get a different level of engagement on the overall video when I do that. So that's some content. Comparison videos. Compare one neighborhood to another. Compare 2 price points. this is what you get for 300,000 in this neighborhood, and this is what you get for 500,000 in this neighborhood, right? Are there homes available under 300,000? People are always asking me that. I need to be under 300,000. Are there homes available under 300,000? Well, the average price point in most of Northwest Indiana right now is 270. So yes, there are some, but there's not a ton. What do you get for 270 versus 3.25 in different neighborhoods? And it will be different in different neighborhoods, right? So that is great to do, right? Explaining the buyer-seller process. Do a little series. I want you to keep your videos to 2 minutes or less, so adults pay attention and want to watch them, because we have a short attention span. And if I don't like what I see in 30 seconds, I probably click off of it, right? So I certainly don't want to watch a 5-minute video. But can you break down your knowledge of the buyer process, the seller process, into just 2-minute increments? Put a little outline together. Here's the 6 steps in the home buying process, right? And go through them at a high level. You can do all kinds of versions of this. You could do a version where you do it in 2 minutes or less, and you just go, you say one little thing about each step in the process. And yes, you're leaving a lot of information out by design, because you want them to call you and go, well, what did that thing mean? Or what about this? You didn't mention this thing. You want to leave some information out, but give them the basics, like the shell of it, right? And then hopefully intrigue them to keep following you or to reach out to you, right? Then you can break it down if you want to be more detailed. So I just did a one on just an FHA mortgage, 2 minutes on just why an FHA mortgage is good for a buyer, right? I just did that and put that out there. And that was a whole 2 minutes just on that, because is a lot to say about FHA mortgage. I'll do one on conventional. I'll do one on USDA. I'll do one on VA, right? So I'll put these up so that I can try to appeal to different buyers. You don't know who's watching you, and you don't know, based on who's watching you, what it is they need to hear. So if you just keep putting out all of your knowledge, anything that you think would add value to the world under the umbrella of buyers and sellers that you want to attract, what's going to happen is at some point, someone is going to be intrigued or curious about something that you say. It's going to strike them. You ever have that moment where someone says something, you're listening to someone, they're talking to you, and they say something and it hits you, right? You ever had that moment? I had it the other day. I was in a mastermind the other day, and one of the coaches said, your mission has to be greater than your discomfort. And I was like, oh, yes. Like, it hit me. Everything he said for 1 hour, that's one thing that was like, I typed it and put it on my Facebook. I wrote it on my wall. I was like, yes, my mission is greater than my discomfort, right? And that's actually good for this conversation, because this is uncomfortable. Amy's talking about what kind of content. I'm talking about what kind of content because when I talk to agents, I'm like, what are you doing on your social media? And even I could do better. I do pretty well, and I could do better. And they go, I just don't know what content. I'm like, you don't know what content? You have all the content in your head. You do. You just don't think you do, because we sound like broken records. We feel like we're saying the same shit over and over, over and over and over, over again, because that's our job, right? People need to hear things 7 to 13 times to get it, right? And that's if they know you and you're in their face. So if they don't know you, they need to hear it even more. And the beauty of putting this stuff on social media, post and video, although I'm a big proponent of video, is it's evergreen. It's there forever, right? So you're selling all the time, even when you're not selling right now, right? When you're doing something else. So you have your buyer series out there. Go do a buyer series on the buying process. Do one quick on the, here's a quick overview of the buying process. Over the next few days, I'm going to break each step down and then break each step down. So here are the top 6 steps in the buyer process. Step 1, talk to a real estate professional. Let me tell you why, right? And then do one video on the whole 6 steps under 2 minutes, then break each step down. So there's 6 more videos, right? 7 videos total, 1 for each step of the buying process. Now I said 6. If you want to do that in 5 or 8, you do you, right? And then just tell people, hey, I'm doing the buyer. I'm going to be going over the buying process. Today is the overview. Every day or every other day this week, you tell them when. I'm going to be posting a little bit more detail about each step. Now, this is great. You have this for your social media. You can put this on YouTube if you want, but you can send this to buyers. You can send this to leads, right? You get a buyer lead and you have a good discovery call with them, And maybe you even get them to a consultation and you have a consultation with them, but they're still not sure. They still have fears or you want to move them from a discovery call to a consultation, or they're communicating with you in text or email, but they're not really talking to you now. They're not ready to get on the phone with you. Start sending them your buyer series. Hey, I'm going to send you some information on the buying process, and start sending them your videos, right? This is great to do. Do it right in your CRM. So when you do record some of these, you can use them in so many different ways. But back to social media. So interviews with local experts. So when I said buyer process, I kind of used that a lot. Seller process too, you guys. So anything about sellers. Also just general I'll stay on buyer and sellers for a minute. Also just general topics. What are things that buyers are curious about? Down payment assistance, closing cost credit. Will I qualify for a mortgage? Do I need 20% down, right? All of the objections that you learn to overcome, those are all videos. That's all content for social media, post, video, whatever. I would do a combination of thereof. Same thing with sellers, how to get my home ready for market, curb appeal. Do I need to, remodel? What are the areas that are most important to update? What about fresh paint? Show people the difference when they paint fresh and how much more they can get for their house. It's just paint versus if they didn't paint it all and it looked crappy, right? Give them that. So easy difference in price point just from paint. Basic staging, what are some basic staging that someone can do that you can help them with? Decluttering, clearing the counters off, putting something pretty on the island, things like that, right? So even information like go look up what are the top paint colors this year from Sherwin-Williams, right? They put them out every year. There's a palette out right now, and go put it out there. Go put it out there, give your opinion, ask people theirs, right? And then tie that into how to get your home ready for market series, right? You're just providing them information. Okay. All right. So what else can you do? Interviews with local experts. Who are the local experts in your area? Is there somebody in the tax office you can talk to? Is there somebody at your local association you can talk to? Is there a home inspector? Is there an appraiser, right, that you can talk to? And what information do you want them to talk with you about that you could share with buyer sellers? And even if you record it big, like it's 10 minutes, then you can let a video editor break that down for you into small chunks if you don't want that whole big video out there. So try to keep them small, little topics. So shoot the same way when you're interviewing someone. Hey, I'm going to ask you a question. We're going to shoot it. If you want to keep going, your video editors can break that down for you. But if not, you can stop. Okay, I'm going to ask you the next question. We're going to shoot it, right? And just do the little clips. I like little clips. It makes my life so much easier, especially because I'm by myself a lot when I'm shooting. I don't have people with me. It's just me and a tripod, right? That's what it is. So community spotlights. This is crazy good. Let me just tell you, this is crazy good. So where are all your favorite places to go in your neighborhood, or places you've always wanted to try in your neighborhood, in your communities? Go out and especially small business. You're a small business, especially small business. So there's a store I just did a community spotlight on. It's not out yet, but I'm finishing up the B-roll today and it'll be coming out. But that's the last one I did. They're a cute little store called Sweet Home Indiana. They're like a home decor craft store. It's great. Sellers, buyers, everyone that has a place to live should know about this store. Someone I know, a past client, just purchased it. So I went out and did a community spotlight with them, interviewed them in a few clips, doing some B-roll. We're going to run that on social media. That is you, the realtor, highlighting somebody else and not mentioning that you sell homes, right? But the business is tagged when you post it. You're tagged when you post it. The business is going to talk about it on their social media too. Tell them to, but they will. But tell them to, right? And you're going to tag your business page. So everything I do on a community spotlight, I just tag at the bottom, Amy Izzo sells homes, plus all the appropriate hashtags. People are going to see. They don't have to know that I'm a realtor. They're going to see me interviewing. Who's this chick? They're going to go look at my page or click on the Amy Izzo sells homes. They're going to know what I do. I'm a realtor. It's a way to attract people into your world without going, I sell houses, buy and sell with me, please. Right? It's just another way to do it. And it's a give back to the community. So when you have a couple of business owners, I did this for my dance studio I danced at, but when you do this for your business owners, They love it. They're getting free advertising from you. My dance studio loves me. They would do anything for me because I've gotten them like 60,000 views on social media from a cute little video we did together. I probably need to do another one because theirs is old. And then you can show that to other businesses in the area. And when you show that to other businesses in the area, they will want one. Hey, do you want one of these completely complimentary? I tell people I want to do one a month. Last year I did them sporadically. This year I'm doing one a month because it's just so good. And I'll tell you what else. I have a local team that I'm building in the Midwest. And as I'm talking to agents that are interested in learning more about the opportunity, they're like, oh, we see you. We saw you jump in that pool in your dress. It was so crazy. And I'm like, oh, you did? I didn't even think about the fact that other agents are seeing it too. So team leaders, or even if you're not a team leader, just building relationships in your market, other people are seeing that in there. So community spotlights. Can you do one a month? Can you do one neighborhood tour a week, right? Can you do some educational content for buyer and sellers a week, right? One or two. So there's 3 more. Can you do a community spotlight once a month, right? There's 4 things. You have some weekly things. You have a monthly thing. Can you do that? Now you can do market updates and you should, right? Pull the data of your market and talk about it and put that out, right? Once a month. That would be great. You could do that. Do that from a local business. Get the data. And I don't care. Somebody told me I can't remember everything. So have a sheet of paper in front of you. Whatever. Do you care if I'm like, okay, days on market in St. John right now are, do you care? Do you see this? You do not care. You're just happy I'm telling you. You know I'm human. I can't remember everything. I'm not a robot, right? So have your paper with you. Like, who cares? Go into the coffee shop. Like, hey, I'm at my favorite coffee shop. I'm having my favorite latte right now. It's the French vanilla creme brulee, whatever. You have to come into this place and do it. Let me tell you what's going on in the market, right? And then close it out. So you can all do this, and those business owners will love it if you would do that. This last store I went to, she was like, I said, I want to highlight one of your products. I'll buy a product to highlight. She's like, oh no, we want you to try the goat milk soap, which is, I don't even know what this is, and we want you to give us a review on it, and we're going to give it to you. They just give me stuff. I'm not asking for anything. That's not the purpose of this. I want to highlight small businesses, but also when I do that, I promote myself as a good steward for the community, and people that have questions about real estate that see I also do that will likely reach out to me, and it's happened, and now agents too. So that's good. Q&A sessions. Get your mortgage provider on a Zoom, right? Just get a free Zoom account. Don't go pay for one. Get your mortgage provider on a Zoom and ask them a bunch of questions. Hey, we're going to do a Q. Do that live, right? And put it on your social media somewhere. That'd be great. You guys are just talking, have your questions ready, maybe give them to them in advance. I don't care if you stutter. I don't care if you lose your train of thought. You're human. People want to see humans. That's what they want to see. Do the same thing with your home inspector. Do the same thing with an appraiser. What are some questions you get an appraiser to answer for you? So what about a plumber? What about an electrician, right? Whether they can talk about the things in the property that are important. That'd be great for sellers, even buyers. It'd be great for buyers too. What should buyers look out for when they're getting a home inspected around their electricity? How about sellers? What should sellers be prepping for when they list their home around their electricity, right? Get an interior designer or a stager in your area that maybe you wanted to have a relationship with and interview them. Who are the experts that tie into this industry or that tie into the community? Is there something going on in your community that you want to just highlight, that issue or that situation, right? Or that new great thing? Is there a new program in your area? Are the schools doing something new? How about just going and interviewing the superintendent of the schools and asking them about all the exciting things in the school district? All the best things in go to all the school districts. What does everybody ask you when they're buying a home about the damn school district? So go find out from the experts, and not only can you tell people what you know, you can say, I got a video on that. I got an interview on that. Let me send it to you. I know the superintendent. I don't care if you met him one time to do that interview, right? That's what that says to people. How about getting your construction companies in the area that you work with to give home renovation tips? Now you're promoting them. You're giving value to your market, and it's content for you. Guys, I promise you that there is so much content out there for you. You are not lacking content. You don't need a script. You don't need someone to tell you what to do. You just need to go do it. You have the information. You have phones. If you don't have a tripod, Amazon, just buy one, right? Not that much. You have what you need. It's just your mindset. It's just a block. I'm not good on video. I don't look good on social media. People don't want to see all those posts. Yes, they do. They want to see you. They want to hear from you because you're adding value, right? Because you're adding value. They want to hear what you have to say. I promise you. You don't have to be good. We're not actors and actresses. No one wants to see a Broadway performance. They want to see normal. They want to feel like, oh, I could call her. I could call him. They're going to put me at ease. They're going to make me comfortable. The number one feedback I get from people when I meet with them in person or I'm on Zoom with them, they get a chance to see my face is, oh, you're a real person and you're, instead of just on the phone, right? You're a real person and you're so easy to talk to. Well, great, because it's my personality. So if you like my personality, I want you to see it. A good way for you to see it is for me to put it on social media, right? So you have what you need. Couple other quick things and I'll wrap up. Client testimonials. You can get some of those on video. You can get a brave client to just say something nice about you, whatever, on a video. If not, you'll see sometimes I post, if you follow me, you'll see sometimes I post, like especially on a Tuesday, like Testimonial Tuesday, here's testimonial that my client said. I'll post their testimonial and I try to tell the story. Now, I can hide the name if I need to. You can hide a name if you want to protect privacy for someone, especially in their story. That's not a big deal. But if there's not anything where I need to be concerned about anything sensitive, I'll still tell the story when I post it. And then, of course, thank them and show my appreciation. Even if it's an older testimonial, sometimes I'll pull older ones forward that I just want to talk about. So that's something you can do. Another really good thing, I want to make sure I end with this, is a day in the life, right? What is the day in the life of a real estate agent? I want you to talk about that on social media. And how do you do that? Well, you could do a video on day in the life, right? Like, here's my day in the life as an agent. Here's what I do, right? I go in my CRM, like show that. I go out into the community and do things. I show houses, like go take yourself out and show some houses, right? I prepare a CMA, like show a little clip of that. This is really good because people don't really know enough about what we do. And these lists of 180 things a realtor does that we keep posting, boo-hoo, so fucking what? Sorry. So what? I didn't mean to say that. Like, yes, we do a million things. Yes, we're doing them all on our own, but the consumer can't really understand the 180 things. It just is overwhelming. And everybody is posting that. So do something different. Show them what you do. I didn't mean to swear. I'm sorry. Show them what you do, right? Just show them what you do. Another way to do this, and you should all do this if you're not busy, or especially if you're not busy, especially if you're a new agent, go out and preview homes. Go out and do all the things to generate leads, right? If you're visiting businesses, if you're going into the schools, if you're showing houses, you're previewing houses, and post little things about your day throughout the day. So you'll see me post, like if I'm previewing a house and they have a telephone attached to the wall with a cord, nobody has that anymore. I take a picture of that phone and I'm like, I'll say something about that. Showing homes in Crown Point today. Look at this old pencil sharpener. Look at this cool rotary phone. Who remembers a rotary phone, right? Why am I doing that? I want people to see that I'm busy without me going, I sold a home, I sold a home, I listed a home. Now I do say, you will see me say just sold, just listed. I do, I take credit for that. But I want people to see me busy. When I'm not busy, people will call me and go, do you have time to take a new client? Yes. Because they think I'm busy because I'm posting just what I'm doing in my day-to-day. And if you create a habit of it, it's not labor intensive. I'm already on a site at a property. I see something cool, done. I snapped a picture, I post it later. And we can schedule those posts, especially on Facebook. You can schedule them out. So when I have downtime throughout my day in the car, in the doctor's office, wherever, I'll post a bunch of pictures that I took, but I'll schedule them out later. Maybe I'll schedule, sometimes some of you follow me, you'll see me maybe 3 or 4 posts in a day. I probably only posted one of those right like in that moment. The rest were scheduled at different times during the day or different times throughout the week. So I have some already scheduled now that'll just kind of happen later in the week. They're not videos, but they're just like these pictures that I took and things I wanted to say. When I had time, I wrote it up and put it in there. Sometimes I do the opposite. I get an idea. I'll put it in the notes in my phone. I'll type it up like, oh, this is a post and this is what I would say, but I would want a picture of something. And then when I get the picture, I match the two and post it. So I kind of just do things when I have time. So that's what I wanted to cover today. I hope that you found it helpful. You have all the content you need. I promise that you do. Just get out there. This is I know we say it, I think we say it every year, but I feel like this year especially, people need education. They're very confused after the low interest rate market and then the climb and the new days on market, and that we're seeing when we weren't seeing days on market, things were selling in 2 minutes and now they're not. People are confused and they're afraid. Consumers are afraid of a lot of different things. And affordability is really concerning for buyers. And where am I going to go is really concerning for sellers that need to sell. So those are the messages, and they need your education. They need to see what you know, and you know a lot. And what you don't know, have faith in your ability to learn. Learn it and immediately go teach it and put it on social media. Okay? Have a great day. Love you guys. See you soon. Take care.
If you'd like more information or to get connected to the Agent Power Huddle, join our free Facebook group. This call was designed for the agents in our EXP organization, but open to any agent from any brokerage. If you're a guest and you're interested in learning more about EXP or our specific resources within the Agent Collective, reach out to the person who invited you to this call to get more info. Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.